Perspectives Ensemble was founded in 1993 at Columbia University at St. Paul's Chapel, which had its own music program. And it came about because I felt through my studies that the act of learning music was often divorced from the circumstances in which the music was created, the circumstances under which a composer was writing, thinking, divorced from the influences surrounding the composition. And I felt that it might be an interesting project to reunite these things in a more overt way. So what we did from the very beginning was look at works of music, either great works of music or undeservedly obscure works of music, and try to situate them during our rehearsal process in the context of their time and place. So we're continuing with this mission very much until today, and are very happy to be collaborating with Naxos on these 2 CDs.
¿No hay nadie en la cueva? Nadie me responde. ¿Será que la bruja sale por la noche en busca de peces y neta y se ocupa por la chimenea? ¡Ay, Jesús me valga, que no me entra!
We're great friends. Angel Ordóñez and I, he's the principal guest conductor. So more often than not, when we have a guest conductor, we will invite him to join us. We like him very much, and we like the fact that he has a wonderfully collaborative understanding of how we can achieve the best result by using everyone's gifts and by allowing time and space for people to have input during the rehearsal process. We probably rehearse a lot more than other groups, even for a single concert, because it takes time to do what we do. First the preparation, then the discussion, then the working out in the rehearsals. So there are times when he doesn't agree with us or me, and there are times when I don't agree with him. And what we do is we, either try to persuade or compromise, try to find a solution, bearing in mind the highest value of convincing interpretation performed with confidence. So yeah, that's what we did for these 2 pieces. We sat down before the very first rehearsal and just went through the scores. I mean, we had already been discussing everything for a long period of time and exchanging ideas about it. So, I mean, the thing is that the attacks and the ensemble work and all of that is very much a collaborative process. There are times even when we're trying to make, say, a delicate sort of sound that we'll record even without conductor. It's a new kind of model. I mean, years ago, I remember when Orpheus Chamber Orchestra got started and people were saying, how can you work without a conductor at all? And, I mean, people found a way. There was a horizontal approach, and they, over time, developed a hierarchy. And we've done the same thing. We have, a certain group of players who do every project with us, who are kind of our principal players, who understand the whole ethos of, what we're attempting to do with Perspectives Ensemble. And they tend to speak up more in rehearsals. And so after Angel and I have sort of figured out what is the affect of each section, what the tempo should be, recording it with a metronome working for our own purposes of preparation, and also to communicate to the players before we start the rehearsal process. We then sit down and begin rehearsing. By the time we rehearse, the players are already familiar with the ideas of what we're attempting to achieve in the performance and are prepared to begin contributing their own ideas about how to achieve a certain result. So it's very, very much a collaborative thing. It's flexible, it's fluid, it allows people to rise and be heard. And we think that we achieve a most convincing result using this kind of collaborative play. Well, I think it's a great model. I know myself, as a musician, my favorite conductors are the ones who allow your voice to rise up at the moments when that is appropriate, and then, help you meld together in the moments when there are, there's shared importance. I think people play the best when they have not only the ability to be heard as player, but when their ideas can also contribute to an overall goal. So it's not as though we have a chaotic situation where, everyone's saying, I want this tempo, I want this tempo. It's not like that at all. We have an overall goal, we have an approach that's been worked out in advance. And when we work without a conductor, I will be the one who lays out that goal. When we work with a conductor, the conductor and I will collaborate on that. But then after this, the basic outline of what we're trying to achieve has been established, then we really rely on the contributions, the ideas of these amazing players, amazingly experienced players, accomplished players. And, we've always been lucky enough to get great press for the power of our performances. So I think it's working. And I think it's something that people can think about doing. I mean, there's not only one way to produce a result.